So good afternoon students, all of you. So today we are seeing the different problems regarding the time domain specifications. So the next problem regarding this topic is, see here the question. The unity feedback system is characterized by an open loop transfer function g of s is equal to k by s into s plus 10. Determine the gain k. Determine the gain k so that the system will have a damping ratio of 0.5 for this value of k. Determine peak overshoot and time at peak overshoot for a unit step input. So this is the question they have given. So it is a unity feedback system. They have given the question is a unity feedback system. You have to find the gain value k. Okay, for finding the gain value k, you have the data that is damping ratio of 0.5. Damping ratio is nothing but zeta value. Okay, zeta value they have given as 0.5. Okay, and also you have to find the peak overshoot and time at peak overshoot. Okay, so you know the question, what is the closed loop transfer function formula? Closed loop transfer function is c of s by r of s is equal to g of s by 1 plus g of s into h of s. So what is h of s? H of s is nothing but 1. H of s is equal to 1. So given that g of s is equal to k by s into s plus 10. So c of s by r of s is equal to, substitute g of s value here. So you will get the equation as k by s square plus 10s plus k. Okay. Now we have to find the value of k here. Okay. So see here all of you. Now your c of s by r of s is in the form of, it is in the form of omega n square by s square plus 2 zeta omega ns plus omega n square. So see here, it is in the form of second order. It is a standard form of second order transfer function. So it is in the form of second order transfer function standard form. Okay. Now with this, now we are going to compare k with omega n square. K with omega n square. So what is omega n now? Omega n is equal to root k. Similarly, 2 zeta omega n is nothing but now 10. So from this, substitute the value. Already they have given zeta value, right? Substitute the zeta value here. 2 into 0.5 into root k is equal to 10. From this, root k is equal to 10. Okay, k is equal to, what is k value? It is 100. If k is equal to 100, what is omega n? It is nothing but 10. So like this you have calculated the gain value. Okay, now we have to calculate the percentage of peak overshoot. Now you know the formula for percentage of peak overshoot. So what is the percentage of peak overshoot formula? Percentage MP is equal to e power minus zeta pi by square root of 1 minus zeta square into 100. Okay, now you know zeta value. So substitute the zeta value in the above equation. You will get the percentage of overshoot, that is 16.3%. Similarly, in your question you have to calculate the peak time also. What is peak time formula? That is Tp is equal to pi by omega d. Pi by omega d. Omega d is nothing but, you can write it as omega n into square root of 1 minus zeta square. So now you know omega n value, right? So we have calculated the omega n. So omega n is equal to 10 radians. So pi by 10 into square root of 1 minus 0.5 whole square, that is 0.363 seconds. Okay, so like that we are going to calculate the peak time also. So now in this problem, with the z of s value, we have calculated the first, we have calculated the gain value k Okay, from the k value we have calculated the omega n value. Okay, and after that we have calculated the peak overshoot, and that is tp is nothing but time at the peak overshoot. All these are calculated for the given question. Okay, now see the second question here. So what is the second question? So this is your second question. A position control system with velocity feedback. A position control system with velocity feedback is shown in figure. This is the control system. Okay, they have given. What is the response C of t to the unit step input? So you have to calculate the response C of t. Okay, given zeta value as 0.5. So based on that you have to calculate rise time, peak time, maximum overshoot and settling time. It means nothing but you have to calculate TR, TP. Okay, maximum overshoot means nothing but it is M value. Okay, and settling time is nothing but TS. All these should be calculated for the above given question. Okay, so for this, now what is the closed loop transfer function formula? C of s by R of s is equal to G of s by 1 plus G of s into H of s. So from the above diagram, what is G of s? G of s is nothing but 16 by s into s plus 0.8, and H of s value is nothing but ks plus 1 is the H of s value. It is a closed loop transfer function. So is it a negative feedback or positive feedback? It is a negative feedback. So the formula is 1 plus G of s into H of s. Okay, and now you know the G of s and H of s. So substitute the G of s and H of s here in the above formula. So what will be the equation now after substituting? So after substituting and solving the equation, you will get the equation as 16 by s square plus 0.8 plus 16k into s plus 16. So it is a quadratic equation at the denominator. Okay, now we had to find, see here, now we have to find the values of rise time, peak time, maximum overshoot and settling time, right? So from this equation, it is in the form of the above equation which we have obtained as C of s by R of s. It is in the form of 16 by s square plus 0.8 plus 16k into s plus 16 is in the form of omega n square by s square plus 2 zeta omega ns plus omega n square. Okay, so it is nothing but it is a standard form of second order differential equation. So comparing these two equations, you can find the omega n value. Okay, already you know the zeta value here, right? So if you are going to compare the second s coefficient 2 zeta, from this 2 zeta omega n, you can calculate the gain value k here. Okay, now see here how you are going to calculate the omega and k value. So in the numerator, omega n square is equal to 16. From that, omega n is equal to 4 radians per second. Okay, similarly 2 zeta omega n is nothing but 0.8 plus 16k. Okay, from that now you know the zeta value and omega n value. So substitute zeta and omega n, you can obtain the value of k, that is nothing but 0.2. Now you know omega n and k values. You know omega n and k values. So after substituting the omega n and k values, okay, now you know the k value. So substitute the k value in the above equation. Okay, you will obtain the actual C of s by R of s, that is nothing but 16 by s square plus 4s plus 16. Okay, now see here, from this we have to find the C of t. From this we have to find the C of t. You have the response as C of s, right? C of s is nothing but R of s into the transfer function, right? So for this you have to calculate the response in time domain. in time domain. So you know R of S. What is R of S? It is a unit step input. So substitute R of S here. So you will get the equation as C of S is equal to 1 by S into 16 by S square plus 4S plus 16. Okay, that is equal to 16 by S into S square plus 4S plus 16. Okay, now we have to use partial fraction expansion once again for obtaining the C of t value. Okay, now which type of partial fraction expansion it is? It is a case 3. It is a case 3 because so we are not S into, see here it is case 2 or case 3. It is case 3, right? See here you can write the expansion as a by s plus bs plus c, a by s plus bs plus c by s square plus 4s plus 16, s square plus 4s plus 16. Okay, now directly we can calculate the residue value of a. A is equal to, what is the formula? C of s into s by letting s is equal to 0. Okay, substituting the C of s value and substituting the s value, we can obtain the residue value of a, that is nothing but 1. Now we have to find the residue values of b and c. B and C. How you are calculating B and C? By cross multiplying the equation and equating the coefficients of powers of S, we obtain the residue values of B and C. Okay, so after cross multiplying, what will be the equations here? 16 is equal to, denominators gets cancelled, so 16 is equal to a into s square plus 4s plus 16 plus bs plus c into s. So multiplying the equation, you will get here as square plus 4as plus 16a plus bs square plus cs. Okay, now equating the square quotients and s quotients. What is s square quotients? A plus b is equal to 0, and from this b is equal to minus a, that is equal to, what is a value you got? 1. So b is equal to minus 1. Now equating the quotients of s. What are the equations? What are the quotients of s? 4a is equal to c here. 4a is equal to c. 4a plus c is equal to 0. So c is equal to minus 4a, that is equal to minus 4. Okay, now you got the residue values of b and c. Okay, substitute the residue values of b and c here. C of s is equal to 1 by s plus minus s minus 4 by s square plus 4s plus 16, that is equal to 1 by s minus s plus 4 by s square plus 4s plus 4 plus 12. So you are writing the denominator as, so you are splitting the denominator in the form of, so already we had discussed it, how you have to write it. Okay, so a square plus 2ab plus b square, you have to write this denominator as a square plus 2ab plus b square, that is nothing but you can write it as a plus b whole square. Okay, so 2ab, what is 2ab value? Here 2ab is nothing but 2ab is equal to 4. 2ab is equal to 4. You know a value from the quadratic equation. What is a? 1. So what is b value now? B is equal to 2. B is equal to 2. And b square ఏమవ్వాలమా 4 అయ్యిండాలి. So s square plus 4s plus 4. You are splitting that equation. The remaining value is nothing but 12. Okay. So now you are writing that actual equation as s plus 2, splitting that equation. S plus 2 plus 2. ఈ equation ఎలా రాయొచ్చుమా? You are writing this equation as how you are writing the denominator equation in the form of s plus 2 whole square, s plus 2 whole square. సో ఎలా అయితే మనము s plus 2గా రాసామో న్యూమరేటర్లో కూడా స్ప్లిట్ చేసుకుంటున్నాం. s plus 2 divided by s plus 2 whole square plus 12. Okay, that is nothing but 1 by s minus s plus 2 by s plus 2 whole square plus 12. One part 2 by, you are splitting the remaining terms. Okay, 2 by root 12, 2 by root 12 into root 12 by s plus 2 whole square plus 12. Why you are selecting root 12? Why you are selecting it as a root 12 here? So s plus a whole square plus b square ఉండాలమ్మా, అవునా? అక్కడ కానీ మనం స్క్వేర్గా రాయలేం 12ని, కాబట్టి ఎలా రాసుకుంటున్నాం, రూట్ 12గా తీసుకుంటున్నాం. ఓకే, నౌ for this we are taking the inverse Laplace transform. So c of t is equal to inverse Laplace transform of c of s, that is equal to inverse Laplace transform of 1 by s minus s plus 2 by s plus 2 whole square plus 12 minus 2 by square root of 12 into square root of 12 by s plus 2 whole square plus 12. So already you know the formula. So it is in the form of s plus a by s plus a whole square plus b square. So you can write it as e power minus 80 into cos of 8 bt. Okay, so you are writing in terms of cos, and this term we are writing it in as a form of sine. Okay, now taking the common part. What is the common part here? E power minus 2t is the common part. Common part తీస్తే ఏమొస్తుందా ఇక్కడ, 1 minus e power minus 2t into 1 by root 3 sine of root 2 root 12 into t plus cos of root 12 into t. So this is the final equation. Okay, that is nothing but c of t. C of t. Okay, so you can convert this into another standard form also by using the right angle triangle. Okay, that is nothing but zeta and square root of 1 minus zeta square. Okay, so you have a zeta value, right? What is zeta value? Zeta value is 0.5 and square root of 1 minus zeta square is 0.866. So this is the right angle triangle. Okay, so what is sine theta from the right angle triangle? Sine theta is equal to 0.866. Okay, that is nothing but root 3 by 2. Cos theta is equal to 0.5, that is nothing but 1 by 2. So from that tan theta is equal to 1.732. Okay, from this theta value, what is theta value? Theta is equal to 1.047. Is it okay? So the response in time domain, okay, the response in time domain, that can be c of t is equal to 1 minus e power minus 2t into 1 by root 3 into 2 into sine of root 12 into t into 1 by 2, multiplying and dividing it with 1 by 2 here. Okay, in the both the terms we are multiplying it with 2 and 1 by 2. Okay, so now it is in the form of e power minus 2t ni 2 by root 3 common theta, 2 by root 3 common తీస్తే ఏమవుతుంది, sine of root 12 into t into cos theta plus cos of root 12 into t into sin theta. It is in the form of sin a cos b plus cos c sin b. So it is nothing but sin of a plus b. Okay, like this we can elaborate our c of t. Okay, up to here. Is it okay? And now we have calculated c of t. In your question, what you have to calculate? So you have to find the response. You have to find the response c of t, and also you have to find the rise time, peak time, maximum overshoot, and settling time also. Okay, now what is rise time formula? So rise time formula ఏంటమ్మా, pi minus theta by omega d, pi minus theta by omega d. So from the right angle triangle we have calculated the theta value, right? You calculated theta. So pi minus, substitute theta value, and omega d. What is omega d? Omega n into square root of 1 minus zeta square. So first of all omega d, calculate that omega d value. Okay, after that you can substitute that omega d here, then you will obtain the tr value. Similarly, what is peak time formula? Tp is equal to pi by omega d, pi by omega d. So now you know the omega d value. Substitute that omega d here. Okay, you will obtain the peak time, that is nothing but 0.907 second. Okay, similarly, what is maximum overshoot? Percentage MP is equal to e power minus zeta pi by square root of 1 minus zeta square into 100. Now here you know the zeta value. Okay, zeta value is nothing but 0.5. So substitute the value of 0.5 here. Okay, you will obtain the maximum peak overshoot, that is 16.3%. Similarly, time constants ts is for, so I have derived the expression for ts for percentage 2% error and 3% error, right? So what is ts is equal to 3t for 5% of error and 2t for 4t for 2% of error, right? So what is tt is nothing but time constant. So first time constant value find out cheste emostundamma 1 by zeta omega n, that is nothing but 1 by 0.5 into 0.4, sorry 0.5 into 4. What is the value? 0.5 second. So t value, you have calculated t value. So ts is equal to 1.5 second and ts is equal to 2 second for 5% of error and 2% of error. So like this you have to calculate all the values based upon the given g of s and h of s. Is it okay? So the next problem is, a unity feedback control system is characterized by the following open loop transfer function. G of s is equal to 0.4s plus 1 by s into s plus 0.6. Determine its transient response for unit step input and sketch the response. Evaluate the maximum overshoot and the corresponding peak time. So in this question also they have given the open loop transfer function g of s, right? And you have to find the transient response. It is nothing but c of t. Okay, c of t for step input, unit step input. It is nothing but r of s is equal to 1 by s. Evaluate the maximum overshoot. Evaluate the maximum overshoot and the corresponding peak time. So you have to find the maximum overshoot and the corresponding peak time for this question. Okay, so for this it is a unity feedback system. It is a unity feedback system. So what is h of s value here? H of s is equal to 1. Okay, now you know the closed loop transfer function formula. What is closed loop transfer function formula? C of s by r of s is equal to g of s by 1 plus g of s into h of s. Okay, so they have given the g of s value in the question itself, and you know the h of s value also here. So substitute the g of s and h of s in the above equation and solve it. Okay, so what will be the equation here? Finally we will obtain, okay, 0.4s plus 1 by, okay, s square plus s plus 1. So this is the final c of s by r of s after substituting g of s value and h of s value. Now you have to find the transient response. It is nothing but c of t. C of t find out cheyalama. So c of t find out cheyalante, first of all you have to calculate c of s. Okay, so what is c of s formula? R of s into transfer function value, that is nothing but 0.4 s plus 1 by s square plus s plus 1. Okay, now substitute r of s value, that is 1 by s. So after substituting 1 by s, so now your equation is changed to like this. Okay, for calculating c of t, once again you have to use the partial fraction expansion. So split this equation now. So how you can split this equation? By using the residues. So a by s plus bs plus c by s square plus s plus 1. Okay, now directly you can calculate the residue values of a. So a can be calculated by multiplying it with c of s into s and letting s is equal to 0. You can calculate the residue value of s here. Okay, so what will be the value? 0.4s plus 1 by s square plus s plus 1 by letting s is equal to 0. Okay, that is nothing but 1. So b and c has to be calculated. So this is the case 2, right? Now this can be calculated by cross multiplying the equations and equating the quotients of like powers of s. Okay, so after that now we will get the equations like this. What is the equation? A into s square plus s plus 1 plus bs plus c into s, that is equal to 0.4 into s plus 1. This is the equation after cross multiplying it. Okay, what will be the final? Now you have to equate the s square quotients and s quotients. Okay, now after equating s square and s quotients by using this, what will be the equation? A plus b is equal to 0. So from this equation, now b is equal to what is the value? Minus a, that is nothing but minus 1. Okay, and equating the quotients of s. What is the quotients? What are the quotients of s here? A and c are the quotients of s. So a plus c is equal to 0.4. So c value ఏమవుతుందా? 0.4 minus a, that is nothing but minus 0.6. Okay, now you know the values of a and b. Substitute the values of a and b in the above equation c of s. Okay, what will be the equation now? C of s is equal to 1 by s plus minus s minus 0.6 by s square plus s plus 1. Okay, now taking the quadratic equation in the denominator part. Okay, now 2ab can be written as, so how can you write the 2ab value? So 2ab is equal to 1. అవునా, చూడన్నా ఇక్కడున్న వాల్యూని మనం ఎలా రాసుకోవాలి? a ప్లస్ b హోల్ స్క్వేర్ ఫార్ములాలో రాసుకోవాలి. అవునా, సో నౌ a వాల్యూ ఈజ్ 1, s స్క్వేర్ కోఎఫిషియంట్ ఏమైంది? 1 అయింది. b వాల్యూ మనకు రావాలంటే 2ab ఏమైంది? s కోఎఫిషియంట్ చూడండి, 2ab ఈజ్ నథింగ్ బట్ 1 హియర్. ఓకే, b ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు ఏమవుతుందమ్మా? b ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు 1/2. 1/2 ఈజ్ నథింగ్ బట్ 0. Yes, see here, you will get the value like this. Okay, so s square plus s, okay, plus 0.25 plus 0.25 a square plus b square plus 2ab. ఓకే, b స్క్వేర్ వాల్యూ ఎంతమ్మా? ఇక్కడ మనకి 0.25 అని రాసింది. b వాల్యూ ఎంత వచ్చింది? 1/2 అంటే 0.5. సో b స్క్వేర్ ఏమవుతుంది? 1/2 అంటే ఏంటి? 0. b వాల్యూ 0.5. ఓకే, నౌ హియర్ యు ఆర్ రైటింగ్ లైక్ దిస్, splitting the direct equation. So s square plus s plus 0.25 plus 0.75. Okay, in the numerator you are writing it as s plus 0.6 by s square plus 2 into 0.5 into s plus 0.5 whole square. Okay, plus 0.75. Okay, now you are writing this as in the form of 0.5 whole square plus 0.75. సో డినామినేటర్లో మనకి స్క్వైర్ ఎలా ఉంటుందో అలాగా మనం న్యూమరేటర్లో స్ప్లిట్ చేసుకుంటున్నాము. సో s plus 0.5 plus 0.1 by s plus 0.5 whole square plus 0.75. So finally you are obtaining this equation into two parts. 1 by s minus s plus 0.5 by s plus 0.5 whole square plus 0.75 minus, okay, 0.1ని సపరేట్గా రాస్తున్నాం. సో 0.1. ఓకే, సో ఇక్కడ మనకి సెకండ్ పార్ట్ ఏదైతే ఉంటుందో అది మనము 1 by రాసుకోవాలి. సో 1 by square root of 0.75 into square root of 0.75. Okay, by s plus 0.5 whole square plus 0.75. Remember all of you how you are writing this equation. Okay, all of you have to remember this equation how you are writing. మనకి ఇక్కడ సెకండ్ టర్మ్ రాసేటప్పుడు న్యూమరేటర్లో s plus 0.5 అంటే డినామినేటర్ ఈ పార్ట్ ఉంది కదా నాన్న, ఇలా ఉండేటట్టు చూసుకోవాలి. థర్డ్ టర్మ్కి వచ్చేసరికి 0.75 ఉంది కదా, అది ఇక్కడ వచ్చేటట్టు చూసుకోవాలి. Is it okay all of you? So after that now you know the formula. So inverse Laplace of c of s is nothing but c of t. Okay, that is equal to Laplace inverse of 1 by s by minus s plus 0.5 by s plus 0.45 whole square plus 0.75 minus 0.1 by square root of 0.75 into 0 square root of 0.75 by s plus 0.5 whole square plus 0.75. Okay, after applying Laplace inverse transform, you know the formula for this, right? So we will obtain these values. Okay, and now for this equation, okay, so up to here this is the actual response. So this is obtained by taking in the right angle triangle once again. Previous problem lo cheppanu right angle triangle తీసుకొని here you will have zeta and here you will have 1 minus 1 plus zeta square, like that. Okay, sorry, not this one. Directly you are implementing it. So the value of 0.1 by square root of 0.75 is nothing but 0.1155. Okay, so the same value. Now this is the transient response you have obtained here. Okay, based on this transient response, now the value of zeta and omega n can be estimated by comparing the characteristic equation of the system with the standard form of the second order characteristic equation. So what is the characteristic equation in the above C of S? It is nothing but, see here, what is the characteristic equation from this equation? So C of S by R of S is nothing but this equation. This is the transfer function. So characteristic equation is nothing but the denominator part, right? S square plus S plus 1. So now equating that value with the standard form. Standard form is nothing but s square plus 2 zeta omega ns plus omega n square, that is equal to s square plus s plus 1. Here what is the value of omega n? Here omega n square is equated with the 1. Okay, so omega n square is equal to 1, omega n is equal to 1 radians per second. What is the second term? Second term ఏమమ్మా s coefficient చూడండి, 2 zeta omega n is equal to, now s coefficient, what is s coefficient? 1. 2 zeta omega n is equal to 1. So zeta is equal to 1 by 2 omega n, that is equal to 1 by 2, that is equal to 0.5. Okay, now you know the value of omega n and you know the value of zeta here. Okay, now maximum peak overshoot MP is equal to e power minus zeta pi by square e power square root of 1 minus zeta square. So substituting the zeta value here, okay, you will obtain the value as 0.163. That is maximum overshoot. Percentage of maximum overshoot is nothing but MP into 100. So what will the value? 16.3. Okay, and what is the peak time formula? Pi by omega d. Pi by omega d is nothing but pi by omega n into square root of 1 minus zeta square. You know the omega n value and zeta value. Substitute those values here. Okay, you will obtain the peak time as 3.628 seconds. Okay, like this you have calculated the values of the given second order system, that is transient response of the system, maximum peak overshoot system, and peak time. Is it okay, all of you? So like this you have to calculate the values of the given second order system and the time domain specifications and the responses for the given systems. Is it okay, all of you? So all of you, while listening this lecture, all of you write down these problems in your notes. Okay, and I will give the assignment questions for this topic. So solve all those assignment questions similar to these questions. Okay, thanking you all.